here, and today I'll be reading Chapter 5 of A Haunting of Richelieu High, A Penny Dreadful Investigation by Bob Berry. Okay, let me just find the chapter. Alright, Chapter 5. Pranked. "You," she said as she grabbed my arm in a powerful grip. "We have to go now." We scrambled up the stairwell and down, and the sound reverberating all around us. We stumbled, and I skinned my knee twice, but she never let go of my arm. When we finally reached the light and air of the ground floor, I could see teachers and students poking their head out of the classrooms. Penelope turned towards me, and with a little smirk, she said in her accented voice, "It looks like everyone else heard, too." Mr. Cortez, the principal, was the first to reach us. "Are you girls all right? What was that?" We just shrugged our shoulders. We don't know," said Penelope, glaring at me briefly. I was sure she was telling me to keep quiet, so I did. He looked down at my bleeding shins. "You'd better go to the nurse's office. We haven't moved it downstairs yet." He looked at Penelope. "Can you go with her, please?" I was glad not to have to go down there again. Mr. Foote, the maintenance man, was quickly at his side with a flashlight, and then they were bounding down the stairs towards the fading echo. Once we were out of earshot of the teachers and students gathered around the north stairwell, I whirled around and grabbed Penelope by the arm. "Okay," I said, "what just happened?" She stepped around me and kept walking. I followed her, my shins hurting at every step. Again, I was met with that odd little smirk and the Eastern European accent. "Well, what do you think happened?" Well, I don't know, but I'm scared half to death, out of my wits, and I'm bleeding." "You're bleeding because you wear shoes that are better suited for the seashore. Your flip-flops caused you to fall up the stairs while you were running away." "Yeah, but what was I running away from?" I asked her. Now I was getting really annoyed. She shrugged her shoulders. "I'd say that you were running away from a bunch of lockers slamming themselves shut." Exasperated, I grabbed her by the arm again. I got right up in her face, staring into those tawny eyes. "And exactly how did that happen?" I questioned. She smiled back. "That seems to be the question on everyone's mind. Here's the nurse. I have to go to class. Ciao." And she smiled and padded away into the gathering crowd of students. Long story short, the school nurse put on some foul orange stuff on my shins, bandaged them up, and called my mom. She arrived in 20 minutes, and we drove home. Well, that's one way to get out of school. She had me sit in the family room, as she turned on some daytime soap. But she did bring me a glass of cool milk and some chocolate chip cookies. My mom sat down on the couch beside me. She was confused, and I really couldn't blame her much. I was still pretty confused myself. "One more time," she said. "What exactly happened?" "Mom, all I know is that there was a loud bang all over the school, like a bunch of lockers slamming all at once, and I got scared, and I skinned my shins falling up the stairs." "Does anyone know what caused this bang?" "Nope." "Everything seemed normal enough when I got there," she said. "Yup." I was in monosyllable mode. "Maybe the furnace backfired. Maybe. Or maybe it was a prank." "Yup," I said, relishing the cookies and milk. Maybe it was all just a prank. As I munched on my cookies, all I could think of was that Penelope Dredalus and I would be discussing this real soon. That same afternoon, Air dropped by. He came to the front door asking for me. News travels fast in our school, and I had a feeling that he might come over to see how I was, so I asked Mom to tell him that I was resting. I really didn't want to see him. I decided to let him stew for a while. Honestly, I don't think I like Air in a romantic way, but him noticing Penelope really got me mad. No, jealous. She was no prettier than me, but she was exotic. Maybe that was it. I looked at myself in the mirror and tried on a couple of different sunglasses. I piled my hair on the top of my head in a rough mock-up of a sophisticated style. I dropped my hands to my side in disgust. It was hard to look exotic when you had sun-streaked auburn hair and remnants of childhood sparkles sprinkling your nose. I sat down my laptop and opened up the browser. Maybe there are some answers on the internet. And that ends Chapter 5. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and join me here soon enough so that I can read Chapter 6. Bye, everyone!